Hey YouTube, just want to make a video comparing the DS Lite and the 3DS. I would have made a video comparing the DSi and the 3DS, but I never got the DSi, so I don't have a DSi. So basically, 3DS and the DS Lite are pretty much the exact same size. There's a couple differences in size, but they're pretty much identical, as you can see. The only thing that's different size is the top of the 3DS. It's a bit bigger because they made it so then you can open it up from whatever angle you wanted it. And pretty much that's it. On the DS Lite, as you can see, definitely no camera. They never added a camera to that, but on the 3DS they had the two exterior cameras for the 3D pictures. The only good part about this right now is that they kept the GBA game slot in it. And so far, well, not so far, but it's the only DS that has this. So if you have a bunch of GBA games and everything, it'd be smart to get a DS like this, but it'd also be smart to get a DS like this. Have both of them. Get both of them, I don't care. This one doesn't cost that much anymore anyway, so you can find them for pretty cheap. But this is the prized possession. Basically this just has all the same features. The headphones goes there, and the headphones is just there, so it's not a big deal. Volume's here instead of that. The volume's here. There's an SD card slot. There's none on here. On this side there's a internet wireless thing which you can turn off and on right like there. It's hard to see because it's black, and then as you can see, that thing right here is a 3D depth slider. On the top, as you can see, the game slot thing, so slide your game in there, and it is compatible with the DS games. I know all you should know that by now. The stylus is up here, and the stylus is a weird thing that kind of, I don't know how to explain that, but it's like longer and better and metal, so not as cheap, I find. They put a lot of work into the 3DS. On this one, the stylus is on the side. It's still overall good, like the on button's on the outside. There's nothing really on the top. It's very plain, but I thought it was one of the best DS's that came out until this one. DSi was alright, but it wasn't good enough for me to go out and get one. So now if we open this one up, and this one up. So here we go. Basically, the only difference on the interior is the analog stick, and the screen on the top is bigger. It's harder to see. You can see me instead, but put it like on an angle, you kind of see that it's nice. And also, the thing that a lot of people don't say on their videos is that on this, when you put your finger across, you can feel where the screen comes in. On this, it's just one constant layer. It's just like you don't feel the screen at all. It's perfect, and that made me love it 10 times more. Basically, the software on this one is definitely much more advanced than this one. When you turn on this one, it's a very simple, whoa, that's bright, very simple, straightforward kind of software. Hopefully it can, so not much, it's just that you can just click on your game, or click on the GBA game, Pico Chat, and then the DS download play, which isn't that much. On the top, you know, there was the clock and the calendar, but that was pretty much it. It wasn't that big. You just click on your game. It was kind of like the old Game Boy Advances. You put in your game, and that's what you do. You play your game, you know. On this one, this is definitely the most advanced software so far, clearly. It takes a little bit longer to load up and everything, but it's definitely much better, and a lot of people complain about that, but who cares? It's great because on the DSi, whenever you clicked on one of the applications, it would say the thing on it would actually, I think, have like a warning sign or something, like warning, like when you open up this one, it has like warning, blah 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 blah. So it wouldn't have like actually something saying this, but now it has like a little video. And if I turn up the volume, if I were to click on something, it has like music that goes with everything. So that's pretty cool. They put a lot of detail into everything. The menu on the bottom you can change from like single to like double, and you can just make it. Oops, sorry, I clicked on the game notes. Okay, so it's really cool how they did it. I love it. You can keep. Oh, come on. You can really just make it quite a bit. That like freaky, you know. Now you can't even scroll. That's just the amount that you can go to. So now let's bring it back to where it was before. I just make it look like a Wii menu, because if I were to click to the other side, it would be like a Wii menu. So I think that's pretty sick. It's like a portable Wii if you think about it. It has a home button and everything, but the software is much better. The cool thing is that you'll be able to use the home button when you're on a game. And they haven't released this yet. They haven't put it out, but the internet thing, you could go on it when you're in the middle of the game, when you press the home button and everything, and then you're on the internet. You can find like a guide or whatever if you're stuck, and boom, you're good. So the software on this is much better. The cool thing also is the 3D, but I can't really get much into that. As you can see, it's just blurry to you. Doesn't really do much. But the 3D is amazing, and it works like a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. And so basically that's the 3DS, and that's the DSi. I mean DS Lite, sorry. Thanks.